Hey everybody, sorry about the crappy intro music, but it's all I could find after an exhaustive search of the net. Anyway, I'm Riverfox from the Where List, and I guess this is my introduction video. I'm a 24-year-old male, and I'm also a Red Fox Therian. My first experiences with knowing I wasn't 100% human began as far back as my memory allows me to go, which is about to the age of 5. I would often dream about being a fox or other canid, and it caused me a lot of confusion growing up and earned me the ridicule of my classmates. When I was a kid, I never had access to the net. I was about 9 when the internet became public, and like many at the time, I simply used it for gaming activities, blissfully unaware of the fact that I could find others like myself. I had already come to the conclusion that at this point I was nuts, so as always, I kept to myself. And as I grew older, I developed a particular taste for self-destructive behavior. Drinking, racing motorcycles, getting into fights. Mixing the three was another hobby of mine that earned me nothing but trouble. Needless to say, I was constantly battered and bruised as a teenager. I guess it all came to kind of a climax in the summer of 2003. I was racing a motorcycle with a friend of mine through rain-slicked roads in the middle of the night. No one claimed I was the most brilliant teenager, but then again, who is? Anyway, it doesn't take a master of observation to figure out what happened next. While rounding a bend at 75 kilometers an hour, I wiped out hard. Sorry to those in the States, I really don't know how to convert 75 kilometers into miles per hour. Yeah, I really don't know about that. Anyway, I wiped out hard, skidding across the highway and colliding into the ditch head first. I don't remember too much about the crash itself, but I do remember the experience that kind of reaffirmed that I wasn't entirely human. But not in the physical sense, the spiritual. I remember standing on the side of the road, looking down at my mangled human body, tilting my head in confusion. I knew that was me, but it looked so foreign, almost alien. It looked nothing like me, and it had nothing to do with the fact that my right leg was twisted backwards, or that I was in a massive heap at the bottom of a ditch. I know, just didn't seem right. I'm not entirely sure how I came to the conclusion. Maybe it was one of those aha moments I hear so much about, or maybe it was just divine intervention. But my spirit had separated from my body, and my spirit was not human, but that of a red fox. The next thing that I vaguely remember is waking up in the hospital when my eyes were swollen shut and I was in a great deal of pain. And I remember being disappointed in the fact that I was back in a human body. Nevertheless, I was still grateful to be alive. After I made my recovery, I graduated high school and took off on a bit of a spiritual quest to find out exactly what I was and why I was the way I was. I studied under a spiritual benefactor who introduced me to shamanism and taught me a great deal of of the spiritual world and gave me my spirit name, Riverfox. So now you know the origin of the name. Anyway, after studying shamanism, something just still felt missing, so after I decided to get the aspects of my life together, like a job, an apartment, and such, I took to the internet, seeking out anyone who felt the same way I did, but Google was powerless to help me. It would take until I was 23 years of age until I saw a documentary on National Geographic regarding werewolves, and that was the first time that therianthropy was introduced to me. To be honest, it kind of felt like being struck by lightning. I had my answer. Another search of the yet yielded limited but resourceful information that has led me proudly to say I'm a Red Fox Therian. So I suppose there you have it. There's my crappy intro music and my introduction to YouTube's Therian community. Peace, light, and love to you all.